Hey everybody, I'm Sean and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please like, share, subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your views and your support. Today, yes, I am going to be doing another blanket. And this is one of the Heirloom quilted baby blankets. It is 36 by 46 inches and I obtained it from the Craft Loft LLC. I will leave a link in the description box. I am going to be using my Tajima side, the 8-needle embroidery machine, and I will also use the help of the Mighty Hoop 8x9 magnetic frame to hold it in place. So let's get started. Alrighty, so for this project, I'm going to be using this pretty blue heirloom blanket. I am going to be using some tearaway stabilizer, and this is 1.8 ounce tearaway stabilizer. And I'm going to be using my 8x9 Mighty Hoop, the magnetic hoops, okay? So first, let's see here. I am going to separate the hoops. And be careful because those magnets are strong. They will pop your fingers. I want to make sure that my frame is facing this way in regards to where this bigger piece is here, because I don't want that to be facing the machine. It might bump it. And then I am going to put the stabilizer on top of it. Now, they do carry backing holders to put over it. Like in my sleeve video, I used the backing holder, the one that I forgot to remove, but they do sell backing holders for the frames. I just don't have one right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over and I'm just going to use some painter's tape to tape down each side just to hold it in place until it's hooped. So I'll just pull that in. And this just makes it easier at this time, okay? And so now with the blanket itself, I have it folded with the right sides facing each other so that I can find a center point, because I want that center point of the blanket to be going down the center of the design of the hoop. That way, I could just open it up. I'll know that it is as centered as I could possibly get it. And I want to make sure that the design is going to stitch above where this like little border is here, because I don't want the design to be down in that border. I want it to be up in this area here. So I'm going to take my top part of the Mighty Hoop and it snaps it in. And this is a thicker blanket. Not thicker compared to the one that I used in the other video with a flatbed, but it's just a thicker blanket from what I'm accustomed to stitching, because the little fleece type blankets are a lot thinner than this. So I'm going to save that tape over there and we are going to go to the machine now. Alrighty, so we are at the machine now, and now we have to get the design pulled up, make sure that it's going to fit on the blanket inside the hoop correctly. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this little flower, and normally, you know, I go to the USB to pull the design off of the USB, but I just did a test stitch on this, so it saves in the record on the Tajima side. So I'm going to hit record, and this is the design, and we're going to hit set. And now it's already pulled up and it's already flipped because I already test stitched it upside down. So the colors that I want it to be, they are the colors that I have in the needles. And so I'm going to hit set. I'm going to leave it on tubular 1 because remember that is the biggest hoop for the Tajima side. This Mighty Hoop is 8x9, so that will work. I'm going to hit set. Okay to move frame to start point of design data. We're going to hit yeah and see what it says. So it brought it back to the center and it's going to trace, but I think this is not going to trace right. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe it is. And you can see the little crosshairs there. Ooh, that's cutting real close, but I think it will work. Yes, it will work. And I don't know why I was saying I don't know if it'll work, because I stitched it already. I know it'll work. Now, what I want to do first, you see this here little string? I want to show you how that little string can be cut. Okay, so on the screen, you'll see these little needles here. If you hit that, it'll give you the option to move to whichever needle. So right now, it's just at the start position. It is not on a specific needle. I'm going to scroll the opposite way to get to needle 1. And then I'm going to hit these scissors. And as I hit these scissors, it will cut that thread, so you don't have to worry about all that extra thread hanging, okay? And so now I'm going to just go back. Okay, it won't let me go to the start position, but that's fine. I'm going to go back, and I am just going to see if I could trace it again just to make sure. I think it'll be fine, but I like to be better safe than sorry. And I do apologize for doing this again. I know it wastes a lot of time, and I'm definitely trying to make these videos a little bit shorter. Okay, so I think we are fine. I'll just let it finish doing its thing. Okay, so now we are ready to hit start, and it will start stitching. Uh-oh, what happened? Machine detected under thread breakage. That is the error that we got. So let me set this phone down and figure out what's going on. Okay, so let's see. Saying under thread breakage. Maybe my bobbin is not in there correctly, because that can happen. And yeah, it looks like the bobbin thread was caught up under there, so it wasn't going to catch. So I'm just going to pull that out a little bit, and I'm going to put the bobbin back up under here. I'm going to hit reset. And let's just go ahead and back it up 20 stitches, because that's what it ran through. And we'll see if that works. And that seems to have done the trick. So I will let this go ahead and stitch out. It is stitching his name first. And I am going to stop recording at this point to let it go ahead and stitch a little further. It has finished stitching his name, and it is now stitching out the character, which is a lion driving a car. It is still stitching, and please forgive me, I forgot to turn my ring light back on so you can get a better view as it's stitching. Okay guys, so I actually stopped the stitching because as it was going, I realized this blue is not the color blue that I wanted on here. I wanted a more electric blue, and I have the navy blue on here. So I'm going to take this off of the machine. Let's see here. And I am going to rethread it with the color blue that I want. Now for the little spools on this machine, I need to take these here little tents off. And then I'm going to put this up here. So I'm going to just sit this there for a moment. And I'm going to cheat, of course, on how I thread this. And let's see here. I'm getting it all bunched up, of course. So I'm just going to tie it and then pull it through and rethread the needle. And now, I hope that this works and I'm not ruining a blanket. But let me come over to this side of the camera. And I'm going to just pull the thread through until I can feel that little knot there. And that is what I need. Oh, actually, I need to pull a little bit more because I don't need the double thread. So I'm going to clip it and I'm going to rethread with the correct color. And then I'm going to back it up so that I'm hoping that it will cover that up well. Let's see. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit my scissors to cut the thread. And then I'm actually just going to back it up to the beginning of the color. But with this machine, it will let you move back just one color. Okay, you know what? I was getting confused, about to tell you the wrong thing. This machine will let you move back a color, but it won't let you jump forward a color. So this is the back. So it moved all the way back to the beginning of the blue. And so I'm going to hit start. And it's going to just actually go over it all over again as if it had never stitched anything. And then it'll give me the correct color. And I hope that you are able to hear what I was saying because I did not have my microphone plugged in. But just in case you all didn't hear what I was saying, I had the wrong color thread in there. I rethreaded the machine and then I backed the machine up by one color so it goes to the beginning of the blue stitching so that it will give me the color blue that I wanted for this design. So we'll let this stitch and we'll see how it works out. Alrighty, so we are still stitching and it did cover up that navy blue pretty well from what I can tell. The truth will be shown once it is unhooped and under a direct light so I can really look at it. Alrighty, so we are still stitching. It is currently stitching the date of birth down at the bottom and is stitching it in the same color blue that is on the car, which is the color blue that I intended for it to be. I am using a variety of thread brands for this project just because of the colors that I needed. The blue that is being stitched right now, it's actually Sim thread. The red that I use is Sim thread. The yellow is Coats. The black is Madeira. The brown and the gold that was used for the lion's head and face, those are Coats as well. So I just wanted to add that since it's still stitching. So in the event that you were wondering what brand threads that I'm using, all of them. No, seriously, not all of them, but I am using a variety, not just one single brand. Alrighty, so it is back up stitching the car, finishing the job. Have about 8,000 more stitches to go, and at 650 stitches per minute, it won't take too long, but I'm definitely not running it at top speed. So I just got this error. It's an error 291 error. The machine detected thread breakage. Chances are it is just my bobbin running empty. So I'm gonna lift the blanket up, get up under here to the bobbin casing, and yep, that is not what it is. So one thing I did that I shouldn't have done, I reached under there and I pulled the bobbin out before actually trimming. So you would normally want to trim. And what I also didn't do was look up top before I reach down below to actually change stuff out. So I am going to make sure that my bobbin is still connected right or threaded right, and I'm going to slide this back up under here, and I'm going to rethread where it broke up top. I don't know why I didn't look there first, other than that is what normally happens, and here I am. So let's see, I'm just looking to make sure everything is still going down the path correctly. And let's see here, I'm gonna pull this back, lift that and slide that under there. And let's see, that's in there. And I'm just gonna thread that into that needle. And I'm gonna do a thread cut one more time, just to make sure I don't end up having too much thread caught all over the place. And you'll notice when I hit the scissors for the thread cut on the side, or you might not have seen it because of the glare, but the thread cut, you actually have to hold it, because if you just tap it, it's not going to do anything on this machine. You literally have to hold it for, I think, 3 seconds, and then it will cut, okay? So that is that. Move that extra stuff out of the way. And I'm going to back it up 20 stitches just to be sure that in the event that it started, it kept going before it actually realized something was broken. Now I'm going to go back 40. I want to make sure that everything gets covered. Okay, and so it is. And we're down to the last 4,000 stitches on this design, and it was a total of 31,409 stitches. And running that at 650 stitches per minute is a little slow, but y'all know I don't run it at top speed, which on this machine the top speed is 800. So I'll just let that go ahead and stitch, and I'll check back. Alrighty, so we are finished stitching. I select no, that I do not want to stitch again. I just kind of do that and slide it forward so I could pull it out. I do like it. And the blue, I think that hid pretty well. I think the blue hid the other blue pretty well. So I'm going to get it off the hook, get it cleaned up, and we'll wrap this up. Alrighty, so this is the final result. I do like it. The designs are from Designs by Juju. This is part of the Animals in Cars. I don't remember if that's the exact name of the pack, but she has a pack of designs that are different animals in different vehicles, okay? They're animals in cars. The font down here for the numbers, this is a block font, and I don't, you know what? This is actually from Embroidered. This is the regular block font that came in Brilliance. The hearts are hearts that I digitized myself using Stitch Artist 3, which is part of Embroidered. And then the name for him, Avi, his name is done in a font from Designs by Juju. And I don't want to say that it is the Manhattan font or which font this is. I will find it and I will put it in the description box so that you'll know for sure, just in case you're looking for something that it's a soft font, but it doesn't look overly girly is what I was thinking with this. So that is all I have for you all. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the description box. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, you all keep taking care of yourselves. Bye-bye.